Hello traders, welcome in my weekly Forex Forecast. So I still have same pairs like last week. So let's see what happens there. If we pay attention for the Aussie dollar, US dollar, we set about two scenarios to go long against main direction and try to buy this to target this trend line from the higher time frame, of course, which is daily, together with the 36 EMA. Or we said that we still can make short scenarios aggressively on the lower time frames to target this support. Or if we like, we can wait for breakout and possible retracement and then continuation to the next area of the support. So as we see, our scenario here to look for short entries on the lower time frames happened. We didn't have this retracement, and now we have breakout. Okay, so we can quickly check on the lower time frames if there was a setup. So this was our 4-hour chart line. Yes, so if we go to lower time frames, we see that here we didn't have anything. So we have to change the angle of this trend line, and then we had breakout EMA crossover here. We didn't have it, and we could try to look. It's not easy to spot because it's not like a perfect setup, but you had 1-hour chart entry here. Yes, in this case, entry here, stop loss above, but then we have to calculate if our risk reward is okay, and 30 pips and 55. So it was okay, and then of course right now price broke this, but we can also pay attention for lower time frames like 5-minute or 15-minute. So let's scroll back to our 5-minute chart, and if we pay attention, we have even two setups here, or even three. First was here to the 12. This case entry here, stop loss above the 36 or above this trend line, if you like, a little bit protect your entry. Or we can also treat this as a short 1 to 3. Okay, this whole retracement to the 36 entry here, stop loss above. And if you miss this, you could still have opportunity, but it's a little bit more aggressive, like if I can say this, because no, we don't have lower low and lower high. It's only the price making lower high, but everything is okay. We can still try to take this, and if we see price just try to retest this trend line and then start to go down. Yeah, so we had this 5-minute option. Maybe also 15-minute. It's really up to your trading plan and what we see right now, breakout. Okay, so let's quickly check on the weekly chart what we have. And we said about the support, possible breakout or bounces. For now, it seems that price might to break. If yes, this is area of the support where price might to continue. If we have situation that price stays below after the retracement, of course we are pay attention to sell this. But if this is false breakout, which is still possible, that this is just the spike and then price will go up again to retest the 36 and the trend line, then of course we can still look for trades against main direction and target this. And around this level we have to pay attention for breakouts and then again up move to retest this and weekly 36, or still continuation to target this area of support. So we go to 4-hour chart, and now on the 4-hour chart, what we need to see, we have this trend line. Okay, so we have to even from this point, from the highest point. So every retracement right now, as long as we are below the 36, we are looking for short scenarios, not on the 4-hour chart. Just keep in mind that this is too late to take it on the 4-hour. So you just wait for the retracement on the higher time frames and pay attention to sell on the lower time frames. Or we go to 1-hour chart and we see that setup is in making. Yeah, so if you have set up on the 1-hour chart, whenever you get breakout of this, you enter and stop loss, of course, above this, or combination again, 1-hour chart here, you switch after breakout, you go to 5-minute, 15-minute, like I show you here, yes, and you try to look for short scenarios there, okay? So we know what to do on the Aussie dollar, US dollar. Next pair, Swiss franc yen. What we said, or breakout down and again retracement to this level, or breakout of the resistance and still up move for possible continuation. I think I didn't have history, so we don't have next resistance area here. So or even there is no, I don't remember on one pair. Yes, here we don't have any resistance levels. Yes, because price is making higher new higher highs. So in this case, of course, we cannot say about resistance. Last time we said about the resistance because of this stop here. So price broke this, and we had also here, if you pay attention, let me delete the lines. So last week was really good for us because on all pairs which we did last week, we had a nice setups. Yeah, so we had option to jump in here, entry, stop loss. If you are stopped out with this spike, if your stop loss was too small, then you have this entry, stop loss. Yes, and in this case, in both scenarios, if you have here around 75, 80 pips, first target would be hit, and then of course you have to manage this a little bit aggressively. But there was option to manage this, because after making, if price make this, you enter, you place stop loss, then you see that price is going up again, is bouncing, spiking, and trying to go up, then you have to trail your stop loss below the 36 EMA or even to break even. So this was okay because this is late, yes, and we said about the false breakout, etc. Yes, so that's why you need to manage this a little bit faster, because you see on the daily chart you were really late. Okay, so that's why we also mix lower time frames entries, but I think in this case we didn't have anything. It doesn't look like we had. If we enter here, this would be losing trade. Let me just scroll back a little bit. Sorry if I'm too fast with this. Yeah, so we had if we have entry here, yes, so we had entry here. Stop loss would be below around 15 pips. First target would be hit, and then we will be stopped out. But here we had, yes, here. So basically we have here also very nice setup here, this 1 to 3, if you pay attention, and 3 stop loss. Yeah, so price, broke this, it's making new higher highs. We'll have trend line. So everything was here, and in this case entry here, stop loss below again 27, 30 pips, and now the risk reward was much bigger. Yeah, so we had situations on the lower time frames. So now what we have, if we pay attention, of course, we have new resistance up here. We have weekly chart, so very strong up move. Possible retracements can happen where to the support, to the 36 EMA, and those are levels which we have from last week. So we don't have to too much take. We don't have to overanalyze this right now because lines are exactly the same. Yeah. So we have extension of this line right now. So this is our goal, the 36 CMA. So here we can expect again retracement, bounce, and another up move to retest this, or breakout and make another up move, or price will struggle, maybe some false breakouts, and then short scenarios to go and sell this to target those levels which we have from the weekly chart, or simply price will just make this bigger retracement right now. Okay, so this is also possible, but usually price is not collapsing immediately, especially if we have in between 1 to 3. Yes, sometimes it still try to make the retest. So what we have currently, price broke we don't have trend line, yes, but generally if you pay attention, it broke this level, this line, yes, 1, 2, 3 with a 36 EMA. So we can go to 1 hour chart. And we had first entry, which of course was aggressive because bounce on the 12. So if you like to take such trades against main direction, entry would be here, stop loss above the 36. So we see that's a little bit quite a big stop loss for 1 hour chart because it's around 110 pips. But our goal is still okay, 3 times more or even 4 times more. Okay, so this was okay to take if you trade on the 12. If you do not trade on the 12, right now you can wait for this, yes, and you can look for short scenarios. After bouncing on this, and then maybe stop loss would be lower, there is also chance that price will bounce again on the 12. Yes, so if you want to enter this, stop loss above, but stop loss again will be bigger, or you go to lower time frames like 5-minute chart, and you can try to see the setups after breakout of this, and then try to sell this. Okay, so this is but keep in mind that if you enter, sometimes what we might get entries here, then price will go a little bit, and then we'll get this bigger retracement to the 1 hour chart, and then bounce and entry. So if you are stopped out here, you can wait for 1 hour chart retracement, and if you see that price is going down again, you can try again. Okay, but if you are stopped a second time, you don't want to be involved anymore in this pair. Okay, so keep in mind, yes, that we try to take maximum 2 losing trades in one pair, in 2 attempts, for example, in this. But if this is just the spike or false breakout and price will break this line, we can still pay attention and buy this. Okay, so right now, of course, after breakout, you look for buy scenarios, and our goal is, of course, the previous stop. Okay, so right now we can look for long scenarios after breakout, short scenarios after 2 to 3 line breakout. Euro dollar. This is what we said last time. Yes, breakout here, breakout here. Here, of course, long scenarios after trendline breakout. Here, short scenarios to target support. And we see that our trendline was broken. Our trendline was broken. 1 hour chart, what we had set up here on the 1 hour time frame, entry, stop loss, yes, and we see that price went pretty nice. Entry here, stop loss around 50 pips, target 120, so 2 to 1. If you manage this, you could be stopped out here. If you are still in, your stop loss would be here, or you could close it here when price was touching and reacting. You could close it manually. Yes. So we had option to take the entry here. So right now, what we have, like a triple bottom on the daily chart. So if we unzoom a little bit, we will see that, okay, we have this support zone, very strong, and now it's still the same, yes? Or we have breakout and then price will go down, or we have bounce and price might to go and retest this resistance level. Do we have? Yeah, we have. Let me check where is our next support. So here, this is monthly. Maybe I will have something on the weekly. Yes, I have. So this is our area of the support, next one, and the next one is down here. Okay, so we have those 2 levels where price might to go after breakout of this. Okay, so we still have room to go. We go to daily chart, and now price is struggling, is bouncing. So the question is, what price will do? Or breakout here. Of course, you can still try to trade here. Here you can look for buy scenarios to target this zone. Okay, and here if price retrace and you trade only with the main direction, and price bounce here, you can look for short scenarios and target the support. In case of the breakout, you can even target the next one. Okay, so this is what we have. In terms of trades against main direction, let me just draw the line. If we want to trade against, we need to wait for at least this trendline breakout. Okay, at least this trendline breakout. So after breakout of this line, we can try to buy this and target this. Okay, and this will be like a bounce combination. We have reason because price might simply retrace to this daily 36 and this daily trend line. If you don't trade against main direction, then you have to wait for or this retracement and then try to sell, or 4 hour chart retracement to the 36 and then lower time frame entries and sell. Okay, so this is what we have. Or if you are really conservative and you really need to see clean direction, wait breakout of here and wait breakout of here. GBPCAD, this is also pair which we said that we want to take longs against main direction and trade for the retracement to the weekly levels, or breakout and continuation to retest this area of the support. So what happened? You see price broke this, and if you go to 1 hour chart, we had opportunities here. So let me just close it, and we had here was our first onto the 12 and as our entry stop loss. Or you can also treat this like something like this, entry stop loss, yes, and then price just went down. Okay, or another option, you if you missed, yes, so you see price is still making. So all this, what I show you, those are the 1 to 3s, not maybe perfect one, because there is not like a, like move, smooth retracement and continuation, but still, price is bouncing on the 36, making lower highs. We have reason from the higher time frame to go short, so everything is okay here. So we see that price reached our target, and now what we see on the daily is double bottom. But let's we go to weekly chart, and on the weekly here I don't have new lows. Okay, so here unfortunately I need to load the history. I don't have history where price might to go, but you can find at your end next area of the support in case of the breakout of this zone, because right now our price will break this and will go down, or we'll have bounce and this bigger retracement to the weekly levels, to the resistance or the 36 EMA. Yes, but of course we are still on the daily chart, we are still in the downtrend, so every single retracement back to the daily level and daily 36 EMA together with the trend line, we look for short scenarios and we target this support zone. Okay, after breakout of this, we try to buy and we target this area of the resistance. So we go to 4-hour chart, and what we would like to do here, ideally, of course, retracement back to a 36 EMA, and we can still sell this. Okay, we can still sell this with the main direction. This is trend line from the 1-hour chart. It's not like from the 4 hours. So we don't have 4-hour chart trend line. We have to use the 36 EMA. Okay, so then you sell. Target, of course, lows. If we go to 1-hour chart, the same. Yes, so we have now, it's making 1-hour, price is making 1-hour chart 1 to 3. So you look for the retracement, you start to sell. And in terms if to trade against this, you can wait for 1-hour chart trendline breakout, but you need to be sure that you are a little bit above the 4-hour chart 36. Yes, because if you get 1-hour chart 1 to 3 here, you still might be below the 36 CMA. Yes, you can get the setup here. So price might just spike, and you can get 1-hour chart set up and price just spike on 36 and will continue to go down. So ideally, if you want to trade against my direction, try to see that price is breaking 36 and you had set up above the 4-hour chart 36 CMA, and this is your goal. If you if you are not interested to trade like this, after retracement, again, you draw the trend line and you try to sell this. And the last one is GBPUSD, and also here what we said, breakout or here or breakout here. Breakout happened here. Of course, we have to adjust the line. Yes, and after breakout of this trend line, we get 1-hour chart, and this was really nice setup. Yes, entry, stop loss. Yeah, so in this case we had around 55, 60 pips, target 180. So everything was good here. Yeah? So price reached this target, this support zone. If we go to weekly chart, we know that this is quite strong level. Next one is down here, but it's a little bit far away. I'm not sure if we have something in between. If you can find, because I have history from 2003 and I don't have anything. So if you have more history, you can try to find something in between. Yes, if you do not have anything, it means that price or will continue to go to this, or maybe will stop somewhere, like just make spike and this. Yeah. But we can check also on the daily if there is something. So double bottom right now, or bigger retracement, yes, to this 36 CMA, sorry, to the 36 CMA, or to this resistance, or even to the trend line, or still continuation, or just range here. Yeah. But right now, daily is still in the trend. So we can check on the daily chart. Sorry that I'm moving. If I'm moving too fast, sorry about that. We don't have here on the daily chart nothing. It's just price just broke, stop here, and then we have huge reaction. Okay, so basically we didn't have anything. So we leave the line where it was, and yeah, so we have this, and same story like on the euro dollar. Yes, or we wait for the retracement, then we sell, target support. After breakout, we buy target resistance. Okay, or on the lower time frames, we wait for the 4-hour chart 1 to 3. We try to sell this and target this. Okay, or we take 1-hour chart 1 to 3, which is in making right now here, and we try to sell this. Trend line on the 1-hour chart is here. Okay, so lower time frame entries, and as long as maybe price will just spike here and then we'll go. Yeah, so still we look for short scenarios, and we can also take long scenarios. But again, try to take longs if price, if the 36 will go down after breakout of the 36, try to take long scenarios and target this zone. Okay, so keep in mind about those small details. Okay, because like I said, you can get set up on the 1-hour chart here. You'll get set up, but there will be not enough room for price. Price will just retest and then make this, and you will be surprised why price didn't go up if I had like a trend line, if I have trend line breakout. Yes, simply because our chart was not ready, yes, to go long, and we still have to keep in mind that if we take long here on the 1-hour chart, we trade against the 4-hour chart and daily chart. Okay, so we have to keep in mind about this. So guys, that's all for upcoming week. Keep in mind that we've started already summer period, so volatility might be, we might get less volatility, but it still looks promising. So we will, of course, monitor this. If you see on pairs that you don't have any moves, but price, so we have range, don't jump in on the lower time frames. It really doesn't, it's waste of your time. It's better to wait until you have clear signal, clear setup, simply because of the summer period. Okay, so thanks again, and hear you soon. Bye.